Hello, today we'll look at major scales and the chord progression. How we derive chords out of a major scale. And we'll also look at the chord formation. So how do we form a chord, or how do we determine which keys are to be pressed for a chord. So we look at the major scales today and the chord progression and the chord formation. So first thing to understand is the distance between the keys. So every key is half note away from each other, or what we call semitone. So from here to here is a semitone or a half note, and from here to here is also a half note. So from here to here it's a full note, from here to here is a half note, here to here is full note, here to here is half note because there's no note in the middle. So from the key E to F it's a half note distance, and similarly from B to C it's a half note distance. So now let's look at the C major scale. So C major scale, I'll demonstrate with one finger. So it's that's a C major scale. So what are the distances covered between in a C major scale between the keys? So we press the key C and then we travel the journey, and the rule for major scale is you move full, full, half, full, 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 half. Means full tone, semitone, full tone, full tone, full tone, and a semitone. So this is how it goes. First we press the key C and now we travel. So full, full, half, full, 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 half. Similarly, if we look at C sharp, we will press C sharp key and then we'll go full, full, half, full, 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 half. So the C sharp scale is so let's look at another scale, say a E scale. So we first press the E key and then we travel full, full, half, full, 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 half. So this is how the major scale is formed. You press a key and then you travel full tone, semitone, full tone, full tone, semitone. That becomes a major scale on any key. Now we look at the chords. How do we get the chords from the major scale? So the rule is, on any major scale, the first note that you press, which is the name of the scale, is the first chord. The fourth key that you press is the second chord, and the fifth key that you press is the third chord. So we have a rule which is called 1, 4, 5. So similarly, if you look at the C scale which we did, which is, so the first chord in a C scale will be named a C chord, which is this is the first note. And let's look at what is the fourth note. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth note, which is the F. So we got a C chord, we got a F chord, and the fifth note, which is G. So now we know, using the 1, 4, 5 rule, the first chord is C, the second chord is F, and the third chord is G. Similarly, if we look at C sharp, the first chord is C sharp. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the fourth note here? It's F sharp. So the name of the chord will be F sharp. And the fifth will be G sharp. So the chords are C sharp, F sharp, G sharp. Similarly, when we looked at the E scale, so first was the key E, so that's the E chord. First we have to name the chord which is the E chord. So this note is the fourth note, which is the I note. So the chords are E, which is the first, fourth is the I, and the fifth is the B. So in a E major scale, the chord progression is E, I, and B. So now let's look at how we form the chords. To form the chords, we will use a rule which is called 158. Other people use it 135, but let's look at 158. They're all very similar, depends on how we count. So my way of doing it is, in the C scale we know there's a chord C, there's a chord F, and there's a chord G. So how do we make a C chord? So we start counting all the keys, which is we count it chromatically. So number 1 is C. We'll have to see where the one note, where the fifth one is coming and where the eighth one is coming. The rule is 158 for major scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So remember this. 6, 7, 8. And remember that. So 1, 5, 8. That becomes the C chord. Now we look at the F chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 5, 8. That's the F chord. Now we look at the G chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 5, 8. That's the G chord. This is how we form the chord. If we look at the C sharp scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's C sharp major. F sharp was another chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. F sharp chord. And the next chord is G sharp. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 5, 8. If you press this together, that becomes a G sharp chord. Similarly, when we looked at the E, so the first chord is E, A, and B. So to form an E chord, it is press E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 5, 8. That's the E chord. Now we look at the A chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 5, 8. That's the A chord. And we look at the B chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the B chord. So, in general, or in recapping, what we say, the major scale we play, the distances how we cover is press any key, then you move full, full, half, full, 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 half, which is full tone, semitone, full tone, full tone, full tone, semitone. And out of that, the chord progression, we use the rule 145. So in a scale, to determine the chord names, we know the first key that we press in a scale is the chord name. The fourth key and the fifth key gives the chord names. After we got the chord names, we know which chords are to be used. Then we use the rule 158 to form the chords, or to see which keys, which triad, 3 keys we press to form those chords. So that rule is 158. And this concludes the tutorial and explanation of scale, major scale, to chord progression to chord formation.